something similar happened in Kazan, the World Championships, when Sun Yang from China, the greatest champion of the 1500 and the biggest favorite, did not show up for the final.
Yeah, that threw everybody, and there was a few tantrums thrown on that day, and it was rather unpleasant. But I think, well, that indication is everybody's here. We'll find out in just a moment as we get the final of the 1500 underway, and we'll be introducing them, of course, one by one onto pool deck, starting with Celine Rieder of Germany, who will go in lane number 8.
She was silver medalist at the European Junior Championships. Then Camila Holub from Portugal, the former European Junior champion, finished 10th at the World Championships last year. Then it's Jimena Perez, 9th from last year's World Championships in Budapest, finished 8th here in the 800 meters. And Jasha Oder from Slovenia, she finished 4th in the last 2 editions of the European Swimming Championships. Keep an eye on her. And here is famous Liechtenstein swimmer Julia Hassler. She was the first ever to make a final and the first ever to win a medal for Liechtenstein. And then Aina Keshe, the silver medalist of the 800 meters, European Junior champion, still a junior, but no chance of breaking the World Junior record of Katie Ledecky, of course. Here she is, Zara Köhler, only 4th in the 800 meters. And the champion, the biggest favorite to take this one, Simona Quadralla, on lane number 4, the bronze medal winner of the 1500 meters last year at the Budapest World Championships.
Well, 2 years ago in London, Borglor Capas 1550, she's not here. Maria Belmonte, not here. Maria Vilas, not here. So I'm doing the school register here. Capas, not here. So 1550-22 it was in the final. And if you're wondering about those other Europeans I mentioned, Demem, she's not here, and Duaris is the first reserve, so she didn't make it into the 8. She's at 16:15 this year, but didn't make it in. Nobody, apart from the 2 fastest, actually got to 16:15, so she should have done it. But she was run outside her best. And 16:36, that was 20 seconds outside her best this year. So, here's the lineup. Holub, Oder, Keshe, Quadralla, Köhler, Hassler, Perez, Rieder. In that order, 1 at the top of your screen, 8 at the bottom of the screen, and I will just pepper my commentary stint here in with some things you need to know about Liechtenstein in honor of our swimmer in lane number 6, Julia Hassler. 4th smallest country in Europe after the Vatican City, San Marino, and Monaco. That's the first thing you need to know. We'll move on. I'll sprinkle them through. I'm not going to give them all in one go. There's a fantastic one coming soon. You've got to tune in just for that. And the race, of course, but there's one, and I've double-checked it to make sure it's absolutely genuine, and it is. But anyway, here's the race. Köhler, Quadralla, Keshe, early 5:43, which is very, very early, so we're not going to read too much into this stage, but
anyway, we should read something into it, meaning that Köhler and Quadralla already pulling away from the pack, so we expected them to be 1 and 2 in the end. We did not expect them to be out so fast in the first 100 meters.
Well, I can't give you a 100 split for the world record. I'll give you a 200 because we didn't have that breakdown, which you have. But 1:1:15, 3 100s between Quadralla and Köhler. Keshe in 3rd place.
But they are 1 full second under the pace of Bogdanka Kopash in London, where she set that European Championship record. So that was pretty fast for the first 100 meters, and they want to make sure that no one really has anything to do with medals, gold and silver, besides of them.
Quite way outside a lot of Fries's record, though, which is the European record of 15:38.88 set in Barcelona in 2013. Liechtenstein has a population of 38,155. It is 62 square miles, if you prefer, 160 square kilometers.
That was the interesting fact.
Oh,
We have other things.
There's a killer coming up soon. I tell you. These two absolutely together. 16/100ths. Keisha's right in there too, just a second behind, 2:05.27. So I say it doesn't look like a lot of freestyle going to have to worry about her 15:38 being targeted today. But we've seen it a few times today, saw it in the heats. A couple of swimmers side by side, happening in the men's 800s, happening now in the women's 15, where two swimmers are just basically stroke for stroke, side by side, and the gap stays about the same.
And you know, Aina Keisha down in third position, which should be okay for her, I think, in the heats. Only 100th of a second separating the top two. So in the heat, she was swimming next to Quadrella. She did the first 800-900 meters together with the Italian, whose coach is as enthusiastic as ever. And then she didn't manage to hold on to the speed of the Italian. So now she is doing something different. So she is way back, 2 body lengths or so, and they are with the very same split at the 300-meter mark.
Well, it was 1/100th last time they split. Now it's nothing. Nothing at all between the top two. And we're going to see whether Hassler's making any kind of moves. She's not. She's back in 5th place.
It's a very long way to go.
She is just one lane down from Sarah Köhler of Germany. Now, is there going to be any gap between them this time? 1/100th. Now, this is ridiculous, right? 1/100th that end, nothing at all this end. 1/100th this end. I don't know how you can quite make it that accurate on this, but they're doing it very well, and they are away. And this is going to be quite a competition. When do they start to decide to go? It's way too early. It's going to be probably about 1,000 meters before they really start to kick in, but they managed to break more or less the back of the field. Keisha's right alongside them, but a little bit further back. 14/100. That's a massive gap now. Huge gap between first and second. Together they go down all the way from us. Quadrella at the top of your picture. Köhler down below. And well, it was 14/100ths last time. What are you reckoning this time? 14/100ths or less?
More than that.
No.
No.
14/100ths again, as it was at the far end. So it is at this end. Right, I need to throw this one in while we've got time for the race really develops. Liechtenstein makes about 20% of the world's dentures. They make 60 million sets a year, many of them exported to India.
That's interesting.
There you are. I had to say my really good fact for that. Women did get the vote until 1984 as well. There's one more. I think I'll just put the lid on that for the time being as we watch the race unfold. But 16/100ths now between the Italian and the German. And then issues another about 1.5 seconds adrift.
And we're 10 seconds off the world record pace of Katie Ledecky. However, we're still under the pace of Bulgarko Kopash, who set the European Championship record 2 years ago in London.
Well, visibly there's a bit of a gap now, but it's not going to be much as far as the clock is concerned. 18/100ths, that's all between the Italian.
The gap is increasing.
Yeah, Marge. Well, it is, and it came back down. It's gone back up again. And Sarah Köhler's hanging in there. We all had Quadrella down as the favourite to win this. She was 5th last time, 16:22. The race was run in London. Köhler 15:59, so she's gone 16 minutes sub, which Quadrella's not done this year. But now we've got a bit of a gap. Now we can talk about serious gaps, kind of. 0.35 with the Hungarian still in 3rd place. And now in your picture, so you can see all 3 of them there and see what the gap is.
Actually, I'm just looking at the splits of Aina Keisha, who swims a strange race in terms that going away to that far side of the pool, she usually splits 32.3, 32.4, but coming back, it's under 32, so she's always faster coming back.
Biggest lead we've
even
seen.
faster than Quadralla.
Biggest lead we've seen so far for the Italian over the German, 0.45. But as you can see, they're side by side still. About half a body length clear is the Italian over the German. We were mentioning Julia Hassler, 5th place. She holds on to. She's not making any move forwards or backwards. Quite maybe in Andreas Bensel's category. Gold medalist in the World Championships 1978. Silver in Lake Placid, bronze in Sarajevo. Classical composer Josef Reinberger. There you go. That's 2 other names for you from the site. Right, I'm shutting the laptop now. I'm just going to concentrate on the race. But let's throw those in because we don't get to talk about Liechtenstein in sport very much. So there you go, Julia. That was especially for you. I hope you appreciate it. Halfway stage of the 1500 freestyle for women. It's almost up to a second now between the Italian and the German. And the Hungarian holding fast and holding firm to 3rd place.
And Quadralla putting in decent splits, 31.6, 31.3. So now she has made her move right after the 500-meter mark. And this is a speed that Sarah Köhler just cannot hold on to. And from now on, I think the German should be looking to her back. Where is Aina Keishay coming?
Italian commentators are down below us by 1 floor. Right across the aisle from us, the French commentators have lost interest in this race already. They're looking down at their sheet. They're thinking, wow, so what, so what? And Germans, we don't have now vicinity, but I'm sure they will be hoping that she can hold on to 2nd place. There's no guarantee that that's going to be the case because the Hungarian, I think, is making a little bit in terms of inroads. The lead now is 2 seconds between our leader and 2nd, and then there is about 2.5, just over 2.5 between 2nd place and 3rd, and we get another look at our friend, the Italian coach. We need to find a name because we see him so much. He's on the TV more than we are.
Okay. The name of Simona Quadralla's coach is Cristian Minotti. There you go.
Yeah. Found it easily, just on a sheet of paper. That's how easy it was to discover that.
I was just waiting for this question. You know?
9:30.83 compared to 9:33.51 now for Köhler. Gap between Köhler and Keishay in 3rd place. Not really changing much at the moment. I'm just waiting to see if there's anybody else who might potentially get into the mix. It might be Češa Oda of Slovenia in 2, because she is about the same, a little bit more of a distance away from 3rd place, but it's opening up 1 to 2, quite a gap, 2 to 3, quite a gap, 3 to 4, a big gap as well. As you can see now, nearly 3 seconds between our leader and 2nd place, and then it's about 2.4 between 2 and 3, and then quite a big gap again to 4th place. So this race is now really started to open up quite big in terms of the gaps between all the main participants.
And getting close to the 1,000-meter mark, Simona Quadralla still under the pace of Pogačar Kopač from 2 years ago. She was 1.5 seconds under that at the 900-meter mark. Right now, she is 1 second under the championship record pace.
Yeah, 15:50.22 was that championship record in London just over 2 years ago. And, she's got this race all to herself, so it's basically her against the clock now, it would seem. So it depends how much she wants to inject into this race and how much she wants to win it by. Because unless something drastically goes wrong in the next 450 meters, it is hers for the taking. And we'll see on the screen how big that gap is, which is extending 3.79 over Köhler, and then 6.29 adrift is Keishay. So she's not really making the kind of inroads I expected her to do at this stage.
No, I think she's rather 800 swimmer or 400, so the 1,500 meters is just too much for Aina Keishay. So I'm not expecting her to make that move and get closer to Sarah Köhler. So unless the German really gets exhausted over the final 400 meters, I would say it is Quadralla's gold, Köhler's silver, and Keishay's bronze.
Biggest lead of the race, 4.07 seconds for Quadrella. So another Italian gold, another Italian medal. We'll take them to 12 on the medals table.
And still under 32 seconds each lap. She's the only one capable of doing that right now.
Which comes for yet another turn. And there will be 350 remaining as she comes back this time. Sarah Köhler in second. The 1, 2, 3 order may not change now for the rest of the race. It looks pretty much like that's going to be the case. So what we're looking at now is the split regarding Glorka Capas from 2 years ago. Although, do you know what? I'm just thinking that I might just be starting. Well, physically looks like she's trying to put a bit of burst in there, but I don't think it's really indicated on screen. So 4 seconds, yeah, 4.69. So in that 100, actually took another half a second out of her. So I think it's pretty obvious the Italians got all the pace and all the speed at the moment.
And right now, already over the European Championship record, so that's why Mr. Minotti is trying to push her. Now 4/10 over that pace, so that would not mean a new championship record, but time somewhere around the 15, 51, 52 territory.
We're up to 5 now between Quadrella and Köhler.
Keisha now falling a little bit behind. However, Jasha Oda in 4th position, way behind, so that is going to be a safe medal for the young emerging Hungarian star. With Quadrella only 200 meters to go for her.
See any kind of battle happening within this race at all? The nearest we've got to it actually is between lanes 7 and 8 right now, between Perez and Rita, but that's not particularly close. The gap extends, the lead gets bigger, and she can now think, right, how much have I got to do now? 150 is the answer for our leader. So next time round, school's out, here comes the bell for her when she gets to this end again. And Quadrella in the final stretch, 14:17:34 is her time. We'll make the gap now 5.6 between her and Köhler, and over 3 seconds between second and third at the moment.
Quadrella still under 32 seconds with each lap, but now she's fading away. You can see it from her stroke. And there goes the bell, so final 100 meters.
Now, I know you're shaking your head. I was pointing out that the Hungarian was starting to come here. She's given herself too much to do, surely, but she is getting closer, marginally closer, but not close enough.
I think she's settled for bronze right now.
I think Köhler's in trouble. I really do.
Yeah.
I think she's in big trouble. And our winner is going to come in quite comfortably here, but do you know what? Not going to be a comfortable second place if she gets it. 15:21 for
3 seconds, more than 3 seconds in between second and third.
But she just went through a rather sticky patch there where I thought she was going to really lose momentum, but she's got it back. She probably realized she's almost there, so come on, there's something in there just to get me back to the end, and we can talk about our winner who won't set a new European Championship record. She's outside that 15:50. 15:51.61 for Quadrella. Second for Sarah Köhler with 15:57. And means we have 2 women under the 16. Okay, she could quite achieve that. 4th place will go to Jasha Oda and Julia Hassler of Liechtenstein. No medal for her today in 5th position.
So a new personal best for Simona Quadrella, a new personal best for Sarah Köhler, and a new personal best for Raina Keisha. 3 happy medal winners in the 1500.
You just kind of think, right, they've been in a race with Katie Ledecky. She'd already been in the locker room, changed, and on the way home. because that's the big gap that there is, unfortunately, between the American and everybody else. The Chinese is the closest, but she's a long way. Ah, here he goes. Let's do the time warp, eh?
Right. There's the gold medal winner and the bronze medalist from this heat. Simona Quadralla, gold medal number 2 at these European Championships. Doubling up after the 800 meters pretty soon.
Yeah, they've got to get her back, get her with a tracksuit on, and then she can make her way around. And here they come. We found all 3. They can go in the proper position. 1500 meters freestyle, as I said earlier, is now an Olympic event, so you can expect over the next 23 months that all the swimmers who want to do this event, or those who do 800 currently, will be starting to gear their preparation towards 1500. Paolo's back. He's gone with the tireless look again, which is fine. He's a very stylish man, so he can wear what he wants, really. And Ian Mason, the Chief Operating Officer for British Swimming, on the left-hand side. Hungarian bronze.
After the silver in the 800 meters, that's a bronze for the young super talent, Aina Késely from Hungary.
And a personal best for all 3 in the final who got the medals. Running out of seals. Can you go down to the seal shop and buy a few more? I hope they've got enough. Terrible to get to final day go, sorry, we have an IOU instead. 16:03 for Hungarian.
That's a new personal best by 8 seconds.
And she's out of breath because she's just done another race. She's just done a relay. She's done 1700 meters today. She's getting towards open water territory with that. And she's got a smile on her face.
And of course, winning the silver and the bronze medal today. That's a good day for Zara Köhler.
Yeah, absolutely. So she'll be back a bit later on. She'll have a chance not to do anything. She won't have a chance to swim down. She'll just have a chance to dry her hair, probably, come back out again. But she was dynamic and much, much better than the rest of the field. By the time she turned on the speed, away she went. And Simona Quadralla does a notable double here in Glasgow.
And she's the only one who gets the kisses from the president.
Is it because she's Italian?
Probably.
Yeah, that would figure. Anyway, there's the medal, and here comes that great anthem. Let's see where the crowd clap along for the Italian gold medalist, Simona Quadralla. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a short version. It is, believe me, it goes on. When they played it in Rome in 2009, I think we were probably back at our hotel by the time the song had finished. But Quadralla and the crowd do get behind that anthem. You expect it to happen in Italy, of course you do, but you expect it to happen in Glasgow. There's quite a few Italians live in Glasgow, it's fair to say, but that anthem just gets people on their feet, gets us clapping along, and we're not Italian. It's just terrific. One thing I discovered, by one extra fact about Liechtenstein, we're going back an hour and 50 minutes here, nearly, is that their anthem is the same as the Great Britain anthem, but with different words.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, so if that's the case, I would have wanted Julia Hassler to take this. Just to be able to listen to the same anthem.
Yeah, it's got opposite.
Anyway, we have the quotes from the medal winners. Simona Quadrarella saying, "I'm really proud of this gold medal. I expected this, and I think it was a good race." That's it.
That's it.
It was.
Not trying to get world peace or start a family or anything. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh, bit of climbing up into the stands. We haven't seen much of that yet. Look at that. Be careful. It's a long drop. Yay!
And we have to go back for the victory ceremony of the 4x200. So
Yeah. So don't overdo it just now. I'm not sure health and safety would like that. You climbing up on the top row to get to family, but yeah, come on, hurry up. They're waiting for you.
Okay, Zara Köhler saying, "My ego was a little bit touched as I finished only 4th in the 800 meters. So the plan was to start slowly, but to stay with Simona as long as possible." I think she managed to do that up until the